This is AIX, your daily dose of AI news.
So, we've all seen the movies where the guy talks to his house and the house actually does something about it. We've been promised this Jarvis-level assistant for years, but usually we just get a smart speaker that sets a timer or tells us the weather. But I just saw a demo that completely bridges the gap between a chatbot on a screen and a physical agent in the real world. And the way it's built is actually genius because it solves the one thing we're all worried about: privacy. Here's the setup. You want an assistant that helps with your calendar, emails, and to-do lists. But you also want it to have eyes to see your home. The problem is, you don't want your private emails or video feeds of your living room constantly sent to some massive public cloud server. This build uses a hybrid approach, and it's honestly the smartest way to handle AI right now. Basically, the system uses a router. Think of it like a traffic cop for intelligence. If you ask it to check your personal emails or look at your private calendar, the router keeps that request local. It runs on a private cloud that you control. It never leaves your safe space. But if you ask it to do something huge, like generate complex code or analyze a difficult image, the router switches tracks and sends that specific request to a massive frontier model like GPT 5.2 to get the heavy lifting done. It's the best of both worlds. Private stays private, complex gets power. But here is where it gets really cool. They hooked this brain up to a Reachy Mini robot. This isn't just software anymore. It has a head, eyes, and antennas. In the demo, the guy literally writes a to-do list on a physical whiteboard. He asks the robot, "What's on my list?" The robot uses its cameras, reads the handwriting, breaks down the tasks, and even suggests subtasks like buying milk and eggs. Then, he points the robot at a rough sketch of a living room drawn on paper. He asks it to render it. The agent takes that visual data, routes it to a powerful image generator, and creates a photorealistic architectural render of the room in seconds. But my favorite part? Remote access. He shares access to the robot with a friend who is out at a restaurant. She texts the robot, "What is Potato doing?" That's the dog. The robot wakes up, scans the room, recognizes the dog is sleeping on the couch, and reports back. Since the owner knows the dog isn't allowed on the furniture, the friend types, "Tell him to get off." The robot physically looks at the dog and speaks the command. This is what we mean when we talk about embodied AI. It's not just generating text, it's understanding the physical context of your home and interacting with it. The fact that this is built using open source tools and accessible hardware means we are getting very close to having these little helpers in our actual lives, not just in tech demos. I'm curious though, would you trust a robot with a camera in your living room if you knew the processing was happening locally and privately? Or is that still too much Big Brother for you? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to keep up with the AI tech that's actually making it into the real world, make sure you hit subscribe to AIX. I'll see you in the next one.